Good evening to all and welcome to the session. Before we go to the actual session, I would like to talk about the new batches. A lot of batches have been launched today, 22nd September. These batches are from the top educators, top batches. What are these batches? Team Phoenix, SSC, CGL, and CHSL 2021 exams, 21-22, and Set Brahmastra, all government exams starting on 22nd September. SSC, CGL, and CHSL 2021 exams. The duration of each course is 1 full year. There's a strong lineup of batches, and what are the features? Full syllabus coverage for all SSC exams, top educators of the country, unlimited access, PDF study material, and weekly quiz and mock tests, dedicated doubt clearing sessions. You can have a look at all these. There's so many offers, September offers, just to go through these. Every Sunday, there's a combat test at 12 noon every Sunday. You can win scholarship from a pool of 1 crore. You have to answer 40 questions in 50 minutes. Use my referral code Murthy10. I feel better. Murthy10. You will get additional 10% discount. All set. Let's crack it. Now we'll go to the session. But before that, 3 days to go, special price week. There is an offer of 15%. And if you use my referral code, what is my referral code? Murthy10, you get additional 10%. That means what? Total 25%, 1/4 of the course fee. This offer is valid till 24th September. Have a look at these for 1 month, how much you can save, and for 2 year subscription, how much you can save. And do remember to use my referral code Murthy10, and this offer valid till 24th September. Now we'll go to, I have brought 25 questions based on grammar knowledge, holistic approach. Have a look at the first sentence and try to spot the error. We were living in Canada for around 8 years. Good evening, good evening. Where is the error? Whenever you read a sentence, try to focus on the time phrase. What is the time phrase over here? For around 8 years. For around 8 years. For about. All these phrases, but generally we use for the last 8 years. We also say for the past 8 years. All these go with one particular tense. Which one is that? Present perfect or present perfect continuous? In this context, present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense. What is the use of that? An action begins in the past, comes to the present, may go into future. Past, present, may go into future. Then we have to use present perfect continuous. But here it is in past continuous, not correct. What is the correct expression? We have been. We have been living in Canada for the last 8 years, for the past 8 years, for about 8 years, for around 8 years. We have to use, since 8 years is not correct, Mondal, 8 years is a time period. Then we have to use for. Specific, we have to use since. Since 2013, since 2015, since Monday, since October, since 10:30. But time period, 8 years is the time period we have to use a preposition for. I hope you guys got it. Yes, that difference is very important. Since and for. Based on these two, in so many competitive exams, they have given questions. Since specific time, and this is time period. Here, mathematics and chemistry are easy, easier, easiest. What is the comparative form of the word easy? Easier, the easiest. Then we cannot use one more comparative form. No problem, sometimes it happens. So here we don't have to use not required. More easier is not correct. Mathematics and chemistry are easier than physics and biology. And this question is based on degrees of comparison. Very important, an important topic. Usually we write DOC, means what? Degrees of comparison. An important grammar topic. This also goes with degrees of comparison. Jaipur is further from Patna than Chandigarh. What is the difference? This talks about distance. This talks about in addition. Already you have something, you want more in addition to something. Here it talks about the distance. Then we cannot use the word further. We have to say farther. What is the answer? Jaipur is farther than from Patna than Chandigarh. Answer is further information, please. He went to the US for further studies, a typical combination used in many competitive exams. Further studies, a typical combination you have to remember. Question number 4, an important question. Rahul was the richest of the two persons. What is this advance? Rahul was the richest of the two persons. Here, this is an important question. There is an error in the second part. It is not the richest, it should be the richer. Then you may wonder how come. Usually in English, we use a comparative form, degrees of comparison. 3, positive form, comparative form, and superlative form. We talk about a person's quality, we use positive form. We talk about two persons, comparative, or two things. More than two, more than two. Superlative, you all know that. And the superlative form always takes a definite article, the richest, the strongest, the tallest. But in English, we have so many patterns. In this pattern, two things you have to remember. We should use a definite article, the, two times. One, two. That is one thing you have to remember. Also, you have to use a comparative form after the definite article, the. This is an exception. Usually we use a superlative form, but here we have to use a comparative form. He is the richer of the two. One more example I would like to give. Of the two books, this is the better. Of the two books, this is the better, not the best. Best is not correct. It should be the better. An important question. That goes with the parallel expression. The more you spend, the less you have. The higher you go, the cooler it is. Ayesha is among the few people in the office which did not blindly follow the path of other. Easy to answer. This question is about relative pronouns. Things we use which, persons we use who, and persons slash things we use that. All these are relative pronouns. Here, what is the subject? Ayesha. Ayesha is a person. Then we cannot use which. It should be who. Ayesha is among the few people in the office who do not blindly follow the path of other. Yes, very good. Please go to question number 6. Mumbai is famous because of these 6 to 10 go with sentence improvement. Because of, right or wrong. If it is wrong, what is the correct expression? Yes. When we talk about a particular city or a particular place, we ask the question, what is it famous for? What is it known for? One more. What is it popular for? So what is the preposition over here for? Answer is the fourth option. Mumbai is famous for its textiles. Question is about prepositional combination. Exactly. Famous for something. I would like to familiarize with the latest teaching methods. This is also a good question. Familiar, to know something. Familiarize. But where is the error? I would like to familiarize with the latest teaching methods. Very good. Answer is the first option. We have to use the reflexive pronoun. I is a subject. What is the reflexive pronoun? Myself. I would like to familiarize myself with the latest teaching methods. Very good. Almost all the students have got it right. Wonderful. It is about reflexive pronouns. He always exaggerates. So take what he says with a dash of salt. First, you have to decide whether it is right or wrong. If it is wrong, what is the correct expression? If you are exposed to the language, this is an easy one. Mondal has answered already, very good. After that, private working aspirant and Shrishti, all these, Soumya. A pinch of salt. This is an idiomatic expression. What does it mean? Pinch of salt. You don't believe something. Don't believe something completely. He always exaggerates, so take what he says with a pinch of salt. Means what? Don't believe completely. That is the meaning of that. Don't believe completely. You find something not convincing, not acceptable. Then you use, I can't believe that. I will take it with a pinch of salt. Means what? You don't believe that completely. Question number 9. Learning is an ever going process. Is that right? Ever going. Ever going process is not correct. Ongoing process. Ongoing process. Ever continuing, ever constant, ever going, not correct. Ongoing. Today we talk about lifelong learning. You cannot say, now I have learned enough, I would like to stop. That is not acceptable. Because every day we are bombarded with so much information. And in the 21st century, the most important product is information. We have to learn continuously. There's no, you can't take a break. Information. Every day you are bombarded with so many things, so much information. So today we talk about lifelong learning. Yes, of course, beyond any doubt. The notorious criminal. Someone is known to many people. We use the word famous, but that person may be popular for a good reason, notorious for a bad reason. Hit continuously. Bombard means to hit continuously. Yes, yes. It is not easy. The notorious criminal went to the police to go to prison. We don't say that. The notorious criminal surrendered himself before the police. Very good. Answer is the second option. Sanjay found the unchanging rhythm of the musical piece to be annoyingly what? That's when it comes to a particular question, do remember there are some clues. What is a clue over here? Unchanging rhythm means what? No, no. It is a third option, monotonous. Same thing continuously. Then it becomes, we use the word monotonous, means what? Boring, repetitive. Boring, repetitive, dull. Appropriate word is monotonous. And what is a clue for you? Unchanging rhythm, same rhythm. Then it becomes monotonous. No, reverence goes with respect. Reverence means what? Respect. Irreverent, not respecting. This also stubborn, someone who does not listen to. Stubborn, adamant, obstinate, all these words you have to think of. And coherence is an important word. When it comes to lacking variety, yes, monotonous, no variety, lacking variety. Coherence is an important word. Usually it goes with, when I take classes related to descriptive English, I use this word. Writing skill is a special skill. When you write, you have to focus on coherence. Means what? Smooth and logical flow of sentences. Smooth and logical flow of sentences, we use the word coherence, an important word. If I have to use a simple word, unity. What is the meaning? Unity. But here answer is the third option. The role of the in the society is extremely important because this one word. It formulates the policies and takes the decisions, like editorials. Obviously, you got to be a very good writer. Only then you can write an editorial. You got to have knowledge, you got to have language skills, presentation skills. Answer is not the second option. Answer is the first option. Here the clue for you, it formulates the policies and takes the decisions. Ordinary people cannot do that. Poor people cannot do that. Common people cannot do that. Elite means what? Every society has the rich and the famous. Cream, cream of the society, not the literal cream, the best people. And we use the word elite for those. That is the meaning I have just written, Swati Sinha. Elite means the rich and the famous of a society, the cream of a society. If you take a society, we can also say top rung, the best people in a society. Usually they are rich, they are famous, highly successful. Have you got the meaning? I don't remember. Someone wanted to know. I hope you got the meaning. Crust, you can say upper crust, upper class, simple expression. That is a brand name of the company. While traveling to Bangalore, I ran a very old friend of mine. This goes with a phrasal verb. What is a phrasal verb over here? Run into means what? To meet someone, to meet by chance. I ran into. No, 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 no. Ran across is not correct. Answer is the fourth option. I ran into a very old friend of mine. Run into means meet accidentally or by chance. There is another phrasal verb. Usually people get confused between these two. Run into, run out of. I use regularly. I say quite often we are running out of time. This goes with time, ideas, money. What is the meaning? A run out of means to use something completely. We ran out of ideas in the meeting. I ran out of time. We are running out of time. I say quite often. Answer is the fourth option, beyond any doubt. Question number 14. Rahul can the four candles in one breath. An easy one should not be that difficult. How come no one has responded? The clue for you, four candles in one breath. Answer is the first option. Put out means what? Extinguish. And it goes with fire. Put out the fire. Extinguish the fire. Put down, put something down, not correct. Put up. Put up with means what? Put up with something. Tolerate. And put away, keep away, put away. It talks about the distance. Answer is the first option. Put out means extinguish. Fire, there is one more phrasal verb you have to think of. Break out. Example, a fire broke out in the city last night. A fire broke out in the city last night. Means what? Started suddenly. This has been given so many times. I prefer walking, jogging. I'm sure you will be able to answer this one, many of you. I prefer walking to jogging. Yes. Common error, people use than. Than is not correct. While is irrelevant, upon not relevant here. I prefer walking to jogging. When I give the rule, I tell students comparative adjectives like anterior, posterior, senior, junior, superior, inferior, elder, preferable, prior, and the verb prefer. All these take the preposition to, not than. People use than, that's a common error. We have to use a preposition to. But there's another pattern. I would rather go there than be here. This is one pattern, would rather than. Here you can change the verb. I would rather prefer being here than going there. Just because prefer is there, you cannot use to all the time. In this pattern, I would rather prefer being here than going there. We have to use than, not to. But independent, here you don't see that would rather pattern. Here it is only the verb prefer. I prefer walking to jogging. I prefer coffee to tea. Yes. Who is this? No, I think Sky Arc. I use only English. I don't use any other language. And do remember, I use very simple English. If you listen attentively, you can easily follow. Absolutely no problem. And it may take 1 or 2 days, not more than that. Now, others listen carefully. Don't use that V1, V2, V3, not the right approach. Why, Soumya? What is that expression? I don't understand. Here, 16 to 20, they go with indirect speech. When it comes to indirect speech, first and foremost, you have to focus on the reporting verb. Said, it is in past. Then here, the tenses change to a corresponding past tense. This is past tense. Past tense changes to past perfect tense. Here, an interrogative changes to affirmative. Said changes to asked. Asked, she had gone. She had gone, affirmative, past perfect. It seems right. Let us take elimination approach. She asked her friend, where had she gone? You cannot use in the interrogative form. She asked her friend where she was going. No. Where she went. It should be in past tense changes to past perfect. Answer is the first option. No, 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 no. Not the second option. That's a common error. Here you cannot use it in interrogative form. You have to use in affirmative form. Question number 17. The airport helper said, when it comes to reported speech or indirect speech, always focus on the reporting verb first. It is in past and there is a helping verb. You cannot change the reporting verb. I don't know. These are complimentary. We haven't bought these, given by the company. The airport helper is asking. We cannot change the reporting verb. Said, asked. It is not a question. The airport helper said he will go. Oh, a guy is distracting me. Let me go to. The helper had said, here it should be. There's a question. Should I fetch you a trolley? It's a question. There's a question mark. Based on that, the airport helper asked me if he should fetch me a trolley. Answer is the third option. I think you guys got it right. No, it is not confusing. I'm going to listen very carefully. The tip, first you have to look at the reporting verb, said. It is in past. Then here, the tenses change to a corresponding past tense. Don't present tense. Will future tense. Present tense changes to past tense. Will changes to would. Now you check the options. The zoo official had been saying, said, it has to be said. The zoo official said that if the rains did not stop, don't stop present, did not stop past, we will have to. Will changes to would. This seems right. Will say, you cannot change the reporting verb. Said that if the rains are not stopping, no. Here, the zoo official said that if the rains did not stop, they would have to move the animals to another place. Answer is the second option. What is he saying? No, that is not correct. It should be said. The art teacher said, yes, yes. Usually we don't say rain is coming. It is wrong. What do we say? It is raining. Yes. But these are questions from previous year's papers. The art teacher said, I never tell my students what to draw. I tell them to imagine. Here, both the sentences are in present. They change to past. The art teacher said that I know. The art teacher said that she never told her students what to draw. She told them to imagine. This seems right. Hold that one. He is saying is not correct. Had said. You cannot change the reporting verb. What is answer 19? Second option is the answer. The interviewer said, again past, I am impressed, present tense. That changes to past tense. The interviewer says, don't change the reporting verb. Told to Rajiv, said, you can use sometimes, told to Rajiv that he is impressed, not correct. The interviewer told Rajiv that he was impressed. The interviewer said to Rajiv that he had been, no. Present changes to past. I am impressed, he was impressed. These are very easy, but do remember to handle active voice, passive voice, direct speech, indirect speech. You got to be good at tenses. If you are not good at tenses, these two topics you cannot handle. Now 21 to 25, active voice and passive voice. Heavy taxes have been imposed on luxury items by the government. No, my first question, this is in active voice or passive voice? First question. No, no, answer my question. This sentence is in active voice or passive voice? Yes, this is in passive voice. Thank you very much, Madhav. Passive voice. First, you have to know whether it is active voice or passive voice. Next, you have to ask yourself, which tense is this? No, no, it is not active voice, it is passive voice. Which tense is this? Have been imposed. Present perfect tense. Passive voice, present perfect tense. By the government, then you have to start with the government. All the options begin with the government, the government, the government. But tense is important. He is imposing, present continuous. Has imposed, hold that one. Imposed, past tense, not correct. Had imposed, past perfect. So only one sentence is in present perfect active voice. Which one is that? The government has imposed heavy taxes on luxury items. Answer is the second option. When it comes to active voice and passive voice, you have to know for sure subject, verb, object. Heavy taxes, object, have been imposed, verb related structure, on luxury items, a phrase, by the government. This becomes a subject. The government has imposed heavy taxes on luxury items. Very easy. You will either be taken prisoner or it's understood will be shot by the enemy. Will be taken, active voice or passive voice? First, you have to identify. Will be taken, will be shot. Good evening. Who is this? Anjali Rana. Good evening. Is it active voice or passive voice? Please answer my question. Passive. Very good. And which tense is it? It is future tense. Both the clauses are in future. You will be taken, you will be shot. Now, what is the subject here? The enemy. All begin with the enemy. Will be either taking, you cannot use the verb in ing form. Future continuous, not correct. Takes, present tense. Would cannot be used. Only will. The enemy will either take you prisoner or shoot you. Will take or will shoot. Will be taken or will be shot. Answer is the fourth option. If you know the tense, a few seconds you can get the answer. This is a difficult one, not easy. Let the bell be rung every 40 minutes. Answer my question. Is this active voice or passive voice? Let the bell be rung every 40 minutes. Active voice or passive voice? Passive voice. Now look for active voice. The bell should be rung. This is also passive voice. Ought to be rung. Passive voice. Let the bell keep ringing. Grammatically not correct. Answer is ring the bell every 40 minutes. Let the bell be rung every 40 minutes. Answer is the second option. Already some students have answered. Second option is the answer. Question number 24. She was seen sitting in the last row. Was seen. It is active voice or passive voice? First question. Close the door. Let the door be closed. You're right. This is also passive voice. Which tense is it? Was seen. You have to know the tense, very important. It is past tense. Was seen, past tense. Then you cannot use we see, had seen, past perfect, have seen, present perfect. Only one option is in past. Which one is that? Answer is the second option. No, Nayak. Second option. Speech, the tenses change, but this is related to active voice and passive voice. Tenses don't change. Answer is the second option. We saw her sitting in the last row. She was seen by us. Here it is understood. She was seen by us, understood. Sitting in the last row. Yes. The enemy will have seized the fort before nightfall. We are not supposed to give. Please focus on learning. Please focus on the questions and answers. The enemy will have seized the fort before nightfall. Which tense is this? It takes some time, nothing to worry, Balu Naik. But my suggestion, if you want to master English grammar, do remember, first you have to master tenses. I always tell my students, tenses are the key to English grammar. If you are good at tenses, you can easily master English grammar. All these become very easy. A few seconds you can answer. This is future perfect tense. Any perfect tense in passive voice, we need the word been. How many options with been? Only two options. So these are ruled out. It should be either the first one or the third one. But you cannot change will to would. That goes with speech. The fort will have been seized by the enemy before nightfall. Answer is tenses are very easy if you learn in a systematic way. Tenses are not at all difficult. I don't agree. I don't accept. What I teach, noon session, 12 noon, not PM, noon. 12 noon, 12 midnight. Practice more. A lot of students get confused between speech and voice. Speech tenses change, but active voice, passive voice tenses don't change. Somewhere they get confused. You got to be a little careful. Noon session, holistic vocabulary. This is holistic grammar. 12 noon, Unacademy platform, special classes, free classes. These are free. I teach holistic vocabulary, idioms, one word substitutes, synonyms, antonyms. In 60 minutes, you learn about 50 words, minimum I'm talking about. Very useful. I will try to do that. Here, even though the new clerk was given a difficult task, he remained cool as a cucumber. This is an idiomatic expression. What is the answer? No, no, no. Not the third option. Not nervous or emotional. Yes, I will definitely do that. Sky arc. Give me some time. Answer is the first option, not the third option. Yes. Cool as a cucumber means what? Not nervous, not emotional. Balanced, poised. This is an important one. Many students may not know. It takes a verb go. To go scot free. Meaning to go unpunished. Someone escapes punishment. You can also say escape punishment. Someone commits a crime and he escapes punishment. Then what do you say? He went scot free. Answer is unpunished. Second option, acquit has a different meaning. No, no, acquit a different meaning altogether. That goes with the trial. After the trial, someone is acquitted or someone is convicted. But here, someone has committed crime. He escapes crime. Then we say he went scot free. Usually, these people, what they try to do, they involve an innocent person. There's one idiomatic expression. I'll write the example. He has been made a scapegoat. Have you heard of this? He has been made a scapegoat means an innocent person has been punished. An innocent person has been involved in the crime. Someone else did the crime, but innocent person, the blame went to the innocent person. Then we say he has been made a scapegoat. Hope you guys got it. What is the meaning of when she realized that she had bought a fake product? She knew that her money had gone down the drain. Go down the drain, that is a idiomatic expression. Scot free, scapegoat, they go hand in hand. That you have to remember. Something has gone down the drain means what? No, no, no. Lost forever, futile. We say futile effort. There is one more idiomatic expression, go to dogs. Same meaning, no return, in vain. Yes, of course. Someone has written that. Here, all his efforts have gone to dogs. Means what? They've gone waste. Drive home usually takes a point. Drive home a point means what? Never get it again. Yes, of course. Finds one's roots, no. Answer is the second option, emphasize. Not refer, not draw. He is trying to drive home a point, means what? He is trying to emphasize a point. A left-handed compliment. I'm a left-hander. Left-handers is a word, southpaw. Southpaw means left-hander. But here left-handed complement. What is the answer? It is not this, not this, not this. A subtle rebuke. Subtle means slight. Rebuke, reprimand, scold. No, no, answer is the first option. It looks like a compliment. It is not a compliment. In a way, it is a rebuke, a subtle rebuke. Answer is the first option. Yes. Fifth one, first option, not ambiguous, not wholesome, not a mild compliment. In a way, they are not approving. Compliment is usually positive, but here, left handed compliment negative. Then you cannot say wholesome praise, ambiguous compliment. Still, it's a compliment. But here, subtle rebuke, it has a negative connotation. I hope you guys got the difference. Just say yes or no. Why no response from your end? And before I wind up the session, do remember I take free classes 12 noon and also morning 9:30. Set Gurukul. That is for bank exams. Bank exams morning 9:30. Set Gurukul Unacademy channel on YouTube. And right now till 24th of this month, do remember Unacademy is offering 25%, 15 plus 10. If you use my referral code, you get additional 10%, and 15 plus 10, total 25%. And yes, of course, all these are free classes. 1/4 of the course fee. That's something you have to consider. That's all for today. Thanks for being with me till 8:17. Good night to all of you. I'll see you tomorrow.